An album a day is my exploration into the Korean music scene. This podcast will cover mainstream, indie, and some underground artists within the scene and provide both factual and opinionated commentary. The biggest benefit to sharing my thoughts this way is that it will hopefully expose you to more great music and exploration of your own.
You're tuned into an album a day. Show start.
Oh my gosh, I'm genuinely invigorated to be back. Ironically, where we left off with 2 a.m. Nocturne, I didn't do a video for that one because I wasn't looking right. And here we are, all these weeks, all these months later, and I ain't looking right again. My hair and nail appointment are for tomorrow. So that means later this week, we'll have some video components. I'm exceptionally congested. The seasons are changing. Last time we did an episode, it was June. So summer was just getting in the mix. And now we are days away from the official day of fall. I am so happy to be back. And to close this up, we are finishing up 2 a.m.'s discography today and promptly tomorrow going into 2 p.m. And I'm geeked. The other thing I'm excited about is, unbeknownst to me, until I sent off an email to Anchor, I was fully inhibiting the process of this podcast being properly distributed. All of that is resolved now. So hopefully by the middle of this week, you'll be able to listen to me on iTunes, Google Play, and all the other places that you already listen to my other podcast. Excuse me. Y'all go hear some sniffles and a few moments of me trying to just catch my life. I'm so excited. We have reached the conclusion. We are doing the final album as well as a total breakdown, not total breakdown, but a total ranking for 2 a.m. in their discography. So today what we are exploring is Let's Talk. It was the third studio album. It was released on October 30th, 2014. And it had two strong singles, Days Like Today and Over the Destiny. And I'm giving you the English names. It was their first album released under JYP Entertainment since 2009. We talked about previously when they did their first. And it's also their final release under JYP Entertainment. It clocks in at 45 minutes, right on the nose. And honest to goodness, even though I'm not a massive fan of it, and that's just because after a while I kind of get droned out on all of the ballads and whatnot. K-pop fans on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being essential listening and 1 not worth mentioning, the A3Day rating on this album is a 5. And conclusively, all of 2 a.m.'s catalog I put at a 5. They are the first, oh my God, they are the first in all of the albums we reviewed thus far, which hasn't been many because we're early in this. They are the first overall ranking 5 in our podcast history. I'm so excited. This is so cool. I don't have a lovely applause sound and whatnot. Just anticipating the future lovely sound effects. But my little helpless clap is all I can give right now. They slugged it out the park. So before we do the overall recap, let's talk about this solid 5 here. This 45-minute album has 13 tracks on it. It starts with the traditional, lovely instrumental or jazz symphonic, that's such a reach, introduction. And it's called 2 a.m. for You. It's very lovely and whatnot. And then you just seamlessly flow into this very cohesive album. That's one of the things that has been consistent with these gentlemen from start to finish. Every album, it seems so structured so well. Everything just makes sense. I really like Over the Destiny, which was the second leading single. They released Days Like Today, which you've more than likely heard on a K-drama or in the background of a coffee shop in a K-drama. They released that October 26th, and then Over the Destiny was October 29th. They're just really good songs. The gentlemen really get moments to shine. When it comes to ballads, Korean artists really love to have an opportunity to just freaking belt, whether or not they actually can or not. And there's a lot of space and opportunity for the gentleman to do that on this album. There was also the unique aspect of it where they closed out the album. Tracks 10, 11, 12, and 13 are solos. So my baby, oh Lord, my baby Changmin, he had Be My Lady, to which I say yes. Jo Kwon, their leader, had Dance. Jinwoon had Ready, and then they end with Love Skin. I really have an issue with the name of that song, but that's just my personal thing. As I said, this is a 5, and I just get to a point where I got to turn it off because I'm just not big on ballads. That is just me. But that doesn't take away from this album being so damn good. It's really good. However, very, very disappointing how it sold. The album sold over 7,800 copies in Korea, and it peaked at number 6 at the Gaon charts. But that's really, really low. Like, I wonder what happened for them to lose traction so drastically. When they did the reissue of I Was Wrong, when they released that, which is the reissue of Can't Let You Go Even If I Die, long name. They sold almost they sold over 47,000 units of that. Most of their albums were double digits, not necessarily high, but double digits nonetheless. And then you get this, their final effort. It didn't even chart in Japan for no reason whatsoever. Voice was a Japanese album. We did not review that. That's one of the ones that they did a studio album. It's the one that they did in Japan that came out in 2013. But because we are focusing on K-pop, we didn't acknowledge that. But even that sold 11,000 plus. Why just 7,000 on this? I don't know if it just wasn't promoted well, or if by 2014 people weren't in the mood to be loving and joyful anymore. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I know in 2015, that was a year of very big brassy sounds and whatnot in terms of what a lot of the idol groups were bringing. And maybe the gentleman just felt like they had run their course and felt like this was a good time to depart. Not a bad album. I wish it was a greater impact than that. That aside, their whole discography, the lowest they ranked was one, two, three fours. One, two, three fours. They had 3 4 ranked albums, but they had 1 2 3 5s and 1 4.5. Suffice it to say that much slugging it out the park, you deserve to have a 5. It's impressive. It's a good catalog. It's if you're the type who really likes to have that ideal sitting on the porch or in a coffee shop on a rainy day, or if it's not the porch, if it's not the coffee shop, the rainy day would be a dry, sunny day if you outside on the porch or walking in the park or whatnot. It's just got this it's got this mood, this tone that carries along with it from disc to disc, and it's really impressive. It genuinely is. And they brought something to the one day package. Again, remember they were a conclusive group with 2PM at one point called One Day. They brought something very special to that giant group. And that's not to say that there aren't other groups that have a great ballot lineup and whatnot. We'll definitely get to some other ones as we progress through this, but I'm proud of them being the first. I like JYP Entertainment with all intents and purposes. I didn't come through K-pop by way of them. I came through YG Entertainment. However, what I did get exposed to upon coming over to JYP Entertainment was 2PM first, and then Wonder Girls, then Miss A. So I'm excited to talk more about more artists at this label. Thus far, we have discussed 2 already, 15 and who at the time of this podcast recording, that group has fully disbanded and its members have left JYP Entertainment to explore other opportunities. And then 2AM, which we're just cleaning up and closing up now. Tomorrow, after so many weeks of waiting. Oh my God. After all of these months, we finally get into 2 p.m. and we will be talking about their first studio album, which is called 1:59 p.m. tomorrow. So I apologize for the late release on this one. I like to kick off your day with a little bit of K-pop, but it's okay to have this around lunchtime. It's all right. It's all right. I will catch you all in the next episode. Take care.